Going, it's going. How are you guys? All right. I'm gonna give everyone else join up here, but thinking previous day high is the draw. In a 2 minute long right now. Um, okay. I think I would prefer to see price come down and run damn low before taking a. This just seems like a pretty obvious sell side of the curve. I could see price respecting the 1 hour gap we've created here. That be the justification for taking the long here. I don't really see what the point of coming down running this low would be, because as far as delivery goes, 1 hour is actually probably better poised to see reversal from 2 minute already hit break even. I'm not gonna lie, I'm missing. Oh, I see. Yeah, it was a, that's a high. Um, I mean, I guess, yeah, like hit the break even. 2 minute sells or nah. We're not gonna take anything in this. We're gonna wait for something textbook. Yeah, stream always starts at 1:30. Sometimes I'll get on early if there's like a good setup for me. Today we didn't. I just think this is chop. I think it's really easy to just kind of summarize everything going on basically today at chop. If I else trade in the morning, yeah. If I trade PM any different, yeah, a little bit, but no. As far as like how I execute my trades, is this. What did I take today? I actually took this 1 minute long. I didn't hate this with the SMT. I figured it would be a nice break even trade. It kind of reminded me of that 5 minute long from Thursday. But yeah, we had an SMT here at this low. So I was like, send it A plus, good momentum, singular gap. And then the target here was just previous day high. Something like that. Where was I on? No, I wasn't on. 3 minute 11 I don't think I would have taken this. I think after after we chopped around and we didn't run for previous day high, I would just expect like a full blown maybe reversal to take us back to the lows before getting us previous day high. But yeah, no, it doesn't look horrible. I think there was a short that I liked earlier in the day too. His 30-second wasn't too bad. But yeah, my target would have just been previous day high, so that would have been against the bias. I think the 1 minute long there was good. And I think waiting for the pullback to the 15 minute here and taking the 2 minute long was decent. I was waiting for the 5 minute. Obviously, that wouldn't valid. I just didn't even bother taking the 5 because of how high up in premium we were. I was going to wait for a retrace, take a long from there. Retrace probably to this 2 minute, realistic. Worst day of the week is usually Friday PM. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Fahrenheit. Yeah, my only trade was the 1 minute long here. Would I start it earlier? No, I'm not gonna start earlier. 1 PM usually good since AM is usually bad. No, not necessarily. The only time PM is usually good on a Monday is if we have like a good draw remaining, which right now we have previous day high. So we just have to kind of wait and maybe we'll see good. Yeah, probably. True Fahrenheit. 1 minute 9/11 inversion. Do I feel like I'm being? Oh no. I think it's okay. It's okay. Seems like pre-market chop. If you wanted to target Asia high with this long, that's fine. I think it was better than one. But yeah, the setup's not. Yeah, Jordan. Yep. Don't we have a contract rollover next week? Yeah, it looks for. I have no idea. Well, we still have the raw to stay high, so maybe. I'll sometimes tune in, Alex. Most of the time, I have like one-on-one. I'll just trade on my own. What have I taken today? The only thing I took today was this one. My dealing range at the minute. Good question. Um, I'd probably go high to low here. So we're in discount right now. Could also base it off this too. But I was basing it off. Actually, no, that's not true. Morning, I was basing it off of this and using this 15 minute as like the target. But yeah, this is kind of like the dealing range. As long as you're. Yeah, I got break even on that. I was fine taking the 1 minute long here because I just took it light. Anytime I'm gonna take a long like this that I think is high probability, but in premium, I'll just take it later. So I took this one. I don't know. Just wait. It's hard to predict a dream here because we can't really get any good delivery except from this 1 hour. And I feel like in order to get a good sweep, we need to see price come down and run the 930, 132 wick here on AM low. I mean, I guess we could come down here, but I feel like if we come down this low, we might as well just run London low at that point, which then begs the question if we're even bullish today. Then it begs the question if it's even realistic to look for longs if we're expecting price to come down to here. That's the problem with targeting 742 here. That if you start to target too low, you're just bearish. And then it's like, okay, it's probably unrealistic to look for a long. Look for shorts today. So yeah, I guess my condition will be the 1 hour gap. If we inverse the 1 hour gap to the downside, I'll target 724. If we hold the 1 hour gap, I'll look for long. And I'll probably end up taking a confirmation setup. Are we too close to all-time highs to short? Probably. But also maybe not. We shorted last week and it was decent. But then again, it was a data wick play. So maybe for a typical short, yeah, we're probably too close. But I don't know. If we get something super textbook, I'll probably just take it. Yeah, so not really a dream scenario, but kind of a roadmap here. We'll base our bias off this 1 hour. If we break it, we'll become bearish. If we hold it, we'll be bullish still. And then we'll probably just take a confirmation setup long. Yeah, that would digital nomad. Um, nah, we can still be bullish here. I mean, yeah, the 15 minutes important. 1 hour plus OB. I at 23,902 considered a data wick? I don't think so. Looks like 930 open. Yeah, it's just 30 open, so no. To be honest, I'm on my funding ticks evals today. I'm not even on my fundeds because I'm still waiting on Apex, and I don't really feel like trading funded this afternoon. So, I thought I had it. So like, it's up to you if you guys want to trade funded. Yeah, I'll tell you guys if I get the payout. Chirping 3. Why are we streaming at the specific time? Yeah, 1:30 I start stream Kyra. No, not really, Josh. Yeah, Monkey. Oh, for those of you that don't know, I started the discount yesterday at 12:30. It's 20% off monthly and yearly. So $40 a month and $400 yearly option. And then it's 36.5% off lifetime. So $635 for lifetime. And then that discount will end September 14th. Just for the first month, Murmur. But it's also 20% off for the yearly sub. So kinda both. Like if you buy yearly, it's you're paying $400, and normally the price is $50 a month. You get 12 months for the price of 8. Any discounts for one-on-ones? No, not right. The lifetime or lifetime price is 635, and normally it's 1,000. You don't know how to get the discount for next month? I think might need it. I don't really know. It's mainly I think only for new people. I don't really know how it works because I can't go in and like apply the discount to every single person in here. Um, yeah, I don't know what to do. I know I saw it's like it's doing all right today. Keeping an eye. I'm officially up a decent page now. Actually, wait, how much percentage would that be? 305 to 318 is like what, 3%? Leaving LR on 30-second, yeah. You think today could be the day? Today's pretty choppy, so we'll just see. I'm in 10 shares Fahrenheit. I don't know how to do that. I would have to do it manually, so. Yeah, you could unsub and resub, but then I think the issue is when you go to just renewed you. That's weird. Why did the 5 minute inverse down at 1220 win? I don't know. Sometimes setups just win. I mean, this momentum was pretty slow. I think it just won because I don't know. We had to come back to the unfilled 1 hour gap. Can you just pay me? Oh, instead of like, yeah, Shadka, if you're gonna buy lifetime, we can talk for sure. Yeah, what Fahrenheit said. If anyone's trying to get lifetime, doesn't want to go through WAP. It's a good LRLR on the 1 minute. No. Can I start streaming AM, please? I will be streaming AM on Wednesday for Dodgy. BMXs? Maybe. No difference for Lifetime Monkey. The only difference is you don't have to pay fees. Go directly through me. CISD requires the manipulation like is valid with an SMT. Yes. Yes. One thing I left out of the SMR video that I would like to include in a future video, talking about how to use bib in relation to SMR. It's something that ICT talks about, something that Ply was mentioned too. But I thought that that would be like a little bit too complicated to include in that video, so I just kept it pretty basic. And I simplified this idea of using the fib to take it to liquidity targets simply to um, just say, okay, we're going to complete the market maker model. If we, where do we buy? That's a good question. Actually, I need help. Yeah, exactly. Payroll. No, Nomad. I use the starter accounts, like the legacy account. You don't need an SMR if we have good momentum, good V-shaped momentum. We are forming a potential long setup here. We are in the macro now, so it makes sense to see price start to run liquidity. Go to Ross and Marshalls, but the selection's limited. Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. I like Abercrombie and Fitch. They're a little bit pricier. Abercrombie with sales is really good. You can get like $50 off 150. You can usually get a whole outfit. If we have a good draw, by the way, there's the low I wanted. Shadowwick, we have momentum in order for a switch. We can enter and we don't need to wait for all time to close. Good draw, good momentum over the first inversion before SMR's confirming. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Lewis just gotta wait for that liquidity sweep too. So like here, for example, if we were to see like maybe a 3 minute gap get put in, and then we got a V shape up. Maybe this isn't the best example because we don't have a crazy good draw, but I might not wait for like the 2 minute here just to close. Do we need a London low sweep as well? I don't think so. But if we inverse the 1 hour, then yes. So I'm thinking the 1 and 2 minute. Oh yeah, we swept it on ES. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I was actually looking for this morning. There, so that's good. Yeah, we should be good to go now. I'll take this, go break even here. Where are your videos? I posted a PM announcement. Thank you guys for kind of blowing that up, by the way. It's already at like 200 views. Kind of crazy. I guess, yeah, for me. I don't even post stuff. Are conditions funded worthy for you? Sure. 4 minute the cleanest? Yeah. Gotta wait 1 more minute. And then yeah, if we get the 2 minute close here, I will take it. It's probably a, I don't know, 60% win rate setup. A plus mechanically. We have time. We have bias. Yeah, this is good. Yo, the Prime Minister of France lost the vote. What about the little? What about the little 3 minute? I don't think I care about it. 2 minute didn't close above there. That sucks. – 18 people in here. In a minute. Happen. Just joined last week. Welcome. Rate 10-18 2 minute. It's okay. I would rate it like an A setup. Yeah, Lonzy, it's the cheapest I've ever made in Lifetime. I think it's a pretty good deal. Yeah, I'd want to see the 2, the 3 close here because the momentum kind of died. But if we have good momentum, we'll have bias, momentum, time, and then we're missing the model, right? The multiple time frame close. So if we get bias, momentum, time, that's good enough. Even if we don't have like the most amazing draw, I'll probably take hour closing 2. Yep. What's the lifetime deal? The lifetime deal is $635, and you never have to pay again. Normally, it's $1,000. The cheapest I've ever made it. Yeah, that's right now. Yeah, there's a discount for 20% off the yearly option and the monthly option, and then that deal for $635. So if momentum is good, you're gonna take the lower time frame. I'll just take whatever time frame inverses, but obviously the momentum here is bad, so now I gotta wait. I'm probably not even gonna take the setup anymore, just because if I was expecting a full on reversal here, we should have just V-shaped back up. The fact that we're coming back down to retest the 1 minute doesn't really give me total confidence to play anymore. I feel like we should have shaped on that handle. Advertise it more. I will on Wednesday. The sale is still gonna go on for like another 5 days. So I'm not trying to like spam people. Yeah, exactly, Shatka. No, external liquidity is not at the same level as ITL slash ITH. External liquidity is typically seen as more important, a step above. I would say they are a step below LR. How long is the lifetime deal active for? It's till the end of the week, so Sunday. It's just an okay draw. It's not a good draw. External, internal, all that. It's just good draws start at like right here. The basis for this play would be the reaction that we got to liquidity, the higher time frame liquidity sweep that we got on ES, where ES came down and we got the SMT London low, and then the momentum back up. That would be the basis for this trade. That would break the threshold for me. The hourly held, so I guess we're still bullish on NQ. You want all time frames here to close up to the 4 minute? Okay. How did car shopping go? Good. We test drove 4 cars. Crosstrek, Outback, RAV4, and Highlander. And I think Highlander is going to be the option to go with. What I rate the liquidity above? I would give it like a B tier liquidity, maybe. No, the Toyota Highlander. I tested a RAV4, Toyota RAV4, RAV4. BALLIN? Yeah, okay. You get a Trackhawk? Hell no. Have I tested a CX5? No, I haven't. I was gonna. I mean, I was thinking about maybe the CX9 or the CX5, but I think the Highlander is just better because of the reliability and the resale. Holds its value better. Closing above the 1344 candle, make it a breaker. On the 2 minute, 1342 here. Close over this. Oh yeah, for sure, Fahrenheit. I think we've already gotten our liquidity sweep that I'm looking for because of the SMT that we got. I think we might just be bearish today though. We're not really getting that instantaneous V-shaped reaction that I expect to see if we were going to get a reversal to take us back to previous day high. So I'm kind of feeling where like price kind of wants to grind out. The thought process behind the 15-minute breaking was that as long as the 1 hour held, I'd still be bullish. Um, as long as we got a good reaction to ES sweeping London lows. If ES didn't really give us a good bullish reaction, then I'm probably going to be bearish. So the 15-minute getting inverse didn't really tell me anything, to be honest. Like, yes, it's a significant gap, but I'm going to care more about the 1 hour plus the open. Yeah. I mean, this is still not a good sign, obviously, price. Like, the ideal reversal setup here would be for price to just come down, sweep the low, and then get a long from there. Um, and honestly, we should have just seen price hit previous day high here. So what this tells me is that I think we're just generating liquidity here, or maybe CPI to run, because I believe we have CPI on. Okay. Thursday, right? Yeah, Thursday. Like a 4 hour rejection block. Yeah, could be that too, I guess. But I don't know. Maybe we're just coming back to come to this 4 hour gap here. I don't know. We'll see. So hierarchy of draws is like kind of mixed. I can like specify that more going on. I'm actually gonna recreate the list real quick. I'll use this as a guide, but I'm gonna make another list. Okay. So here's hierarchy of draws. So data wicks is always gonna go at the top, right? The farther away, the better. Actually, that's you know what I mean. Like I don't know. I was trying to say like the further you get away from it, the better risk reward you have. But Eventually, if you get so far away from a draw, it's just not relevant. So I'll just leave it at data wicks. So, stacked, higher time frame equal highs, lows. Okay. 3. We are kind of seeing price come up here and maybe inverse the 1 minute. Keep an eye on that. But at this point, the momentum here is really bad. So this would just be an eval play. Take it. External. Okay. Okay. This is pretty much hierarchy of draws. Not much has changed. I put LRLR and higher time frame unfilled liquidity in the same tier. External liquidity / session liquidity. So I've included that session liquidity now. They're about as equally important. Then everything else kind of descends. This is where like the lower time frame starts. So like if you're considering taking a setup, and your draw is like based on the lower time frame, it's not going to be as good as anything that's on the higher. Okay. Are we taking the 2 minute? I mean, you could take it on eval. It's not a good enough funded play. External liquidity is always going to be the higher time frame. Like it's always going to be on the higher time frame if it's truly external. If something doesn't appear on the higher time frame, but it's quote unquote external liquidity, then that's not actually external, it's internal. I didn't really look at rejection blocks to be honest, but if you think about it like this, a rejection block can just be viewed as like a lower time frame BP. That wick that's created, right? So if you were to like theoretically, right, like maybe it doesn't apply to every single case, but if you were to like look at this wick, okay, and you went down to the lower time frame in this 1 hour wick, there's going to be like some BPR as there, most likely, whether it's a 30-second or whatever. And the reason why a wick is an FVG is because usually when we create that wick, we get a big move up and then a big move down, an aggressive move up and down. Right? So if you look at like, let's say the 30-second here, we have this bullish fair value gap that overlaps this bearish. So here's kind of an example of like a BPR. It's not like the cleanest one ever, but you kind of get the idea. There's going to be some fair value gap that presents here. Where's the SMT I mentioned? At London low, there's a bullish SMT with ES. Kind of extrapolate this out. We kind of respect, I don't know, it's not too clean here. This is like a bad example. But I'll find another example where you can kind of see what actually, you know, a BPR on the lower time frame. I guess here might be a decent example. 15-minute wick here. We go down the time frames. You can see here, this is represented as a 30-second BPR. Okay. This is kind of what I'm talking about. It's kind of how I would like view a rejection block. There's a rejection block that it's probably not rejecting from the wick itself. It's probably just reacting to a BPR in the lower time frame. Okay. But yeah. Let's see. Are we gonna get it? 1 minute inverse. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're moving now. Let's stop on this 15 points. You can wait for the 3, the 4, and the 2. They'll all close in a minute here. Or you can just. I think they're probably going to close anyway. So. Would I do this unfunded now? No, I wouldn't take this unfunded. I'm just. I don't even. I don't think this is a very good play at this point. It took way too long. Wasn't it invalid? No, the 1 minute's still not invalid yet. We haven't swept an internal high. The first internal high is here. So I think everything closed above there, right? And then I'm gonna use a more conservative break even year just because of the price condition. I'm kind of hoping that we get like a retrace to the 1 minute gap here before we see the long play out. That way, when the break even hits, this doesn't become a conflicting. I mean, I guess if it's a breakaway gap, that's cool, but most of the time in these conditions, this won't be. How many of you guys are in this? Oh, okay, yeah. I think everyone's just in. That's cool. That's what I would do. Where did everyone enter? I entered a minute before. I entered at sevens. My TP is going to be probably this high, A23, because that's where like the stacked highs end. And then I'll probably just try and target like way higher. A stupid target that probably. But I'm going to take off most of it. Like, or I'm just going to lose. Break even. We haven't hit the break even I was looking for yet, so I still haven't got to break even. But if that was good enough for you, like if coming within a tick of hitting the high there was good enough for a break even, then I guess you could get out for break even here. I'm still gonna caveman. Besides, I'm in this on eval, so if it loses, it loses. I'm gonna go break even there. Now we just kind of have to hope that race just starts to clean little TP. Was this PM high target here? This 1-1 away. Okay. I guess I'll target 23. Thursday Red Folder News is about to go crazy? Yeah, hopefully. Do I move stops to break even more conservatively on my fundeds? Yeah. Yeah, usually. I mean, I'm in this on eval and I moved it conservatively. I'll base my conservative stop more on like the price condition. I just don't think these are high probability price conditions, so that's why I'm kind of moving sooner. Would you do scale accounts if you treated evals like PA accounts? What do you mean? Oh, maybe. I mean, I might still do them. I still like MFFU. Like, I think it's a good deal, right? To get max allocation for funded, you need to spend what, $350, and then every payout you get is 4K. Like, that's a good deal. And it's not like Apex where like, they're kind of wishy-washy about, giving you a payout or denying you or whatnot. Get a payout. It's quick. Yeah, that's their core account, PJ. Or PG, sorry. Usually a few micros trading places. You need like 20K in order to trade a mini, I think. Taking any live plays? I took a eval play right now. Well, everyone else taking it, but no funded play. This is the play we're in. I'm gonna scale almost everything at this high inside the gap here, and I'm gonna try and target like. I mean, would it be crazy to say previous day high? I mean that's what I ultimately want to see hit, but that's probably a little crazy. Yeah, for sure, Nathan. You enter on my phone? No, I'm in on a different screen, multiple monitors. I'm on Tradeovate brokerage app. What's my stop loss here? I'm already break even, but the intended stop would be based off the. Do you be getting maybe on eval, Alex, but unfunded? Nah, don't worry about it. I think the momentum here was just kind of bad. Didn't like how much we chopped. It should have been like an instantaneous V shape in order to be a funded. I still like this entry because the risk to reward here is even just to the, you know, 23 target, it's still 1.3R. Still good enough. It's gonna be my first scale. Um, I believe so. Trading places, it's just you have to have a certain amount of margin available in your account in order to trade a certain number of micros. I think for micros, it's $50 per micro you want to trade. But obviously, if you take a trade and you lose instantly, then it's gonna stop you out because if you're trading your max allocation with like many micros as you can use, if you go a point and draw it out, it'll stop you out. So for 5K, you probably could trade up to like 5 micros maybe. That way, if a trade goes against you 10 points, it's probably not going to do too much. I don't know how it works with a live account. Honestly, I've never traded futures. I'm pretty sure you just need to meet the margin requirements. It changes depending on the. Yeah. Wow, this thing's kind of giving us a nice little move here. Maybe I should have taken this unfunded. Let's watch UNH. That makes me happy. 320. How do you check for SMTs quickly? I just have like the 15-minute chart pulled up on ES. Real quick, take a look at it. I have it. What you can do is you can have two side by side charts, one NQ, one ES, both pulled up on the same time frame. There's a couple indicators out there as well, but they're not really. Hit PM high. We've kind of moved. Just because the drawvert. Oh, we tapped a 1 hour for value gap. Oops. Yeah, I probably should have partialed there. Ah, well, we made equal highs. We'll probably come. I should have partialed there. Was it 817 here? 17. Okay. True, true. Nah, this LRLR isn't amazing. Just okay. Yeah, imagine we break even here. Is this a valid 2022 if we come back down and tap the 1 minute? Yes, I guess. Got our market structure shift here. Would have been better if we would have gotten it earlier, but I guess it's valid. We might get a confirmation set up here. Now we tap the unfilled hourly. Yep. Yep. That's where I guess I should have partialed there, but oh well. I just leave it at break even. Joshua. Unless we form like an obvious 1 minute order block, like let's say we were to come up here and make a higher high and we close above this high, I'll trail my stop below the bodies. Yep. Yeah, for sure, Paula. Oh, good. Is this a funded play? No, this was just an eval play I took. I guess it could be a funded play if you want it to be. Because the close here was decent, but I don't know. I didn't really love it. Figured it'd be a better eval play than a funded play. It's about to break even because I didn't recognize the 1 hour was there. I should have partialed there. Lewis was on top of things. John Lewis. I'm a little worried about it. Like I think now that we're closer to the break even point, it could be a break even, but I'm having hope for the equal highs here, even though they don't really matter too. Three-minute held. Good point. Yeah, we did get a 3 minute SMR here, which we just reacted to. 5 minute. If we get the 15 minute, I think we'll go back to previous day high. So I'd like to see price close above the 15 minute here in about a minute. If we get that, I will hold this runner on. If we don't get it, then we'll probably get break even. No, you're good, Lewis. Not your fault. It was my fault. I should have noticed it. All right, 13 seconds here. Let's see if we get the 15 minute SMR. If we do, I think we're going to go back all the way. Yeah, for sure, Nathan. Alrighty. Previous day high there. Have I taken partials? Nah. I'm just sitting in the trade. Yeah. For me, I don't really care. The break even. I had a new opportunity to do so. Yeah, we got real close to taking that high there. So on that wick that we got at 30, I could have taken a partial there, but I don't know. At this point, I'm locked in. Either going to 23 or I'm gonna get break even. Maybe if we make a high there. I don't know. For this trade, I did Joshua. Yeah, most of the time I'll size heavier. Yeah, no news Monday. Not really gonna take what I can and walk. Am I still holding this? Yeah, I'm still holding this. Did I ever struggle with psychology of trading? Yeah, I mean, it definitely gets easier to build confidence. And in the past, I've talked about confidence being a measure of somebody's information that they've learned and the experience they've gained. As you gain more experience, information, you become more confident. Some people struggle by, or some people struggle because they put too much time into theory. They spend too much time gathering information and they don't put enough time into practice. So make sure that you have a good balance of the two, and that will help build your confidence, which will help with a lot of psychological issues that you face. Because typically, when you lack confidence, you're more susceptible to fear, and fear is the root of all of the psychology issues that a lot of also sticking to what works for you and your psychology is going to benefit you more than being a perfect trader. So if your psychology does better by taking a point profit early before the liquidity target, do that. If your psychology works better under 1R trades, take those. Don't just follow somebody else because that's what they tell you to do. Adapt somebody else's strategy to you. You will see better results. What we focus on in the one-on-ones, building systems and environments that are personalized for trading style. You can grow and be a trader. ES and NQ kind of feel a little uncorrelated. ES is slowly making higher highs here, while NQ is kind of making lower lows. Sign of like I'm gonna get knocked out for break even. Maybe I get lucky. Probably not. Next candle's gonna get me. I got break even. Rip. Already tapping the 5 minute now. Yeah, Kier. Yeah, a lot of people struggle with the same, a lot of the same things. 5 minute, kind of selling off here from the 1 hour. I guess what are we thinking? If we inverse the 5 minute, we'll be bearish. Kind of hoping we can get like a 2 minute here, maybe. Yeah, I mean, this eval play technically worked out. So I should have taken profit. I don't really care. I was kind of going. I guess I shouldn't have been going for the home run there because conditions, but I don't really care. My screen frozen? I don't think so. I think taking the 2022 here is kind of risky because I don't think we know what the feel like we could be leaning bearish unless we inverse the 2-minute back up swap order. Let me know if the screen is still frozen. If not, continue. If it's frozen, is that better? Hello, hello. Better or the screen? Wait, it's just not working. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I'm I just had like a bit of bad news just processing that. This 2-minute looks pretty good. A 2-minute, 3-minute, 4-minute. No screen. Okay, great. I don't know what's going on. Oh man. Hello, can you guys see this? Yeah, I'm gonna restart the stream then. Okay, how's that? Good? Okay, cool. It's 1 to 1 to that high I originally wanted. Got the inverse there. SMT at the highs, true. We do have an SMT, or we're about to get one. Got the 3, 1, the 2. This is an A setup. Did I take the 1022? No, I didn't. The only play I took was the 1 minute long after open. No screen still? Goodness. Okay. Does SMT make this play invalid? Nah. Nah, I mean, I don't think so. Still target PMI here for yes. So 2 minutes still in the process of like failing. I would include the inception gap. If we hold this, that would be good, and target the equal highs that we left behind here, and then obviously same high I wanted earlier. Play is still valid, hasn't lost yet. Just started the macro, so hopefully we can see some expansion here. I don't know why the screen continues to freeze. Wish I had an answer. But yeah. Technically, yes, but we have an external SMT at the low, so I'd say it's a valid entry. Yeah, true. I don't think the internal SMT is really going to matter too much here. I think overall, as long as we continue to respect bullish PD arrays and disrespect bearish ones, should see price continue to go up here. I like the macro. I think ultimately the SMR on the 15-minute should send price higher. 2-minute gap here. Is Discord down? Yeah, so looks like this is gonna fail here. Fine. Ten more seconds. All right, so there's the fail. Took that. And it's an okay loss. I think ultimately the fact that maybe this reaction of the 1 hour gap was kind of bearish, plus the overall conditions of the session just hasn't been great, would kind of be the reason why this lost. I'm not really sure if like play losing is ultimately going to lead to like more side. But honestly, I don't really like these conditions anymore because we're seeing price cause bearish PD raise to fail, bullish PD raise to fail, and whenever that happens, plus uncorrelated indices, it's just yeah, no, I don't think that we have the most amazing draw. This draw was actually a protected high, right? Trying to target high that took it another high. Yeah, I mean it's a okay eval setup, right? Kind of the same thing. In the dual hierarchy, lower time frame LRLR, where do you put it? Lower time frame LRLR would fall into the same category as just normal LR. Yeah, it just the quality of the LRLR doesn't depend on the time frame. It just depends on how it looks. Okay. We actually need to fix this. So let's see. Go to desktop browser. I'm not going to do that. Oh, you mean for like people watching, or you mean? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to do that. That's going to take way too long. I could like restart my Discord. Let me try that. I'll be right back, guys. Yo, better? Fixed? Okay, cool. Did I alert this? Sorry, I got a really bad text and like I wasn't really like fully in this. Did I say I was taking this unfunded? I mean, I think it's an okay setup. I don't remember saying that like I was taking it. If I took it, like I'll be responsible for it. I said it looks good. Okay, for sure. Yeah, I mean it looks good. So yeah, you guys still can't see it. Marwin. Okay. Let me try the Discord browser thing and let's see if I can. I don't think it needs a boost. Need a boost. I don't know what the issue is. Everyone restart your Discord and join back. Because I think what might have happened is some people restarted, got the update, and then they were no longer compatible. And so some people that didn't update maybe aren't compatible now. If I had to guess, that's what I think it is. So just to clarify, this long here was the only setup I said I was taking, right? Like this is the only one I said I was in. Just so I know what to put down for trade recaps. We have no long set up right now. Did I take that 2 minute on eval? No, honestly, I was like freaking out about the news I just got. Yeah. Your on browser still doesn't work. Okay. Well, I guess type one if you can't see my screen. If you guys are still having issues, I will go. Okay. I know.